Racism is still embedded in American society. Depictions aimed at making us feel inferior are everywhere. Washington, D.C. continues to display the Emancipation Memorial, which features a slave kneeling at the feet of Abraham Lincoln. Movies such as Blind Side and The Help exemplify Black stereotypes and suggest that we are incapable of success unless rescued by a white savior. Liberal New York, our hub for social change, still has some of the most segregated public schools in America. At the president's request, the Capitol was stormed by pro-Trump supporters seeking to overturn the 200-year-long precedent that separates America from a dictatorship. These domestic terrorists received drastically different treatment in comparison to protesters at the Black Lives Matter marches, making the fact pretty clear: they don't care about us. Our lives aren't worth as much as a white life. That's what America teaches its youth. That's what it teaches its people. The morals on which we were founded are being tested, and we are failing. Martin Luther King would be disappointed in what we became. But he would tell us not to give up, not to lose hope that there is a future in which equality is achievable. However, to make this reality, we must rectify our mistakes, namely the education and achievement gap impressed upon the Black community. I'm blessed to have two parents with a college education and successful careers. I recall several nights sitting at the dinner table, reviewing math problems I didn't understand, or editing essays riddled with grammatical mistakes. Their assistance aided me in becoming an honor student. I enroll in advanced placement and honors classes, which teach me core academic skills that standard courses do not offer. Instinctually, I look for students of color to provide myself with security. However, the vast majority of students are usually white. Often, I'm the only person that looks like me in the room. When classes get more challenging, the diversity plummets. The fact is, Black students don't receive the same education as white students. 79% of Black students graduate high school, 50% enroll in college, and of that, only 42% graduate. Therefore, too often, Black parents lack the academic resources and time needed to assist their children properly. Black people cannot succeed when they aren't provided with an equal education. Some may counter that this divide is self-afflicted, but as King asserted, Black people are too impoverished by the ages to ascend by their own resources. Unfortunately, the same holds true today. The percentage of Black people impoverished is more than twice that of white people. How can a child be expected to complete homework while struggling to obtain essentials such as food and shelter? We have to support Black communities and provide them with the adequate resources needed to thrive. Luckily, we have already started to do so. Connecticut became the first state to mandate African American and Latino studies in schools. Educating Black students about their history will encourage them to strive for greatness, just as countless African American leaders have done before. Additionally, it shows that the school system cares about Black students. The first day after attending my African American history class, I wanted to thank my teacher. Because for the first time in my life, I had a teacher enthusiastically care about the Black perspective, about the Black struggle, about me. When you're Black, it's not just a class. It's hope that we are not alone, that our education system is beginning to value us. I'm grateful for that. But we must keep pushing forward. We must provide Black communities with the financial support required to improve themselves, unencumbered by a lack of basic necessities. We must continue to educate about African American history and diminish the ignorance that breeds racist hate. Although these goals will require time and a group effort, there are still ways you can help. Going out and voting, pushing officials to implement policies that support communities of color, volunteering, donating, or even bringing awareness to the cause. Educate yourself about the injustices that oppress persons of color, whether the subject is our flawed, discriminatory prison system or the increased likelihood of sexual assault against Black women. Americans must familiarize themselves with the struggles of Black people to understand the severity of injustice and our urgency to resolve it. These steps, combined with positivity and a multitude of hope, will create a better, more equal future, one that supports America's ideals: liberty, equality, and justice. Thank you.